Nowadays, problems have risen from the improper use of the internet. Many problems such as teenagers neglecting their studies for internet or adults being scammed on the internet trouble users of all ages. We have decided to ask a few people to find out how these problems arise. Let us listen to some of these people's opinions.
Yes and no lah.
Why?
It's definitely a very rich source of information. Okay, so if you know how to use it and go to credible websites, I think it can be relatively safe. But of course, there are also dangers. Okay, I think you read quite a lot in the news.
Yeah, those like predators.
Yeah.
And if you reveal too much about yourself, you can actually attract all those criminals lah.
Yeah. So both.
Internet scams are very common for people who are not protective of their own personal details. So they can scam you by asking for your personal details, your name, your credit card details, your address, and through that they can find your IP address and then they can cheat you.
The most frequently mentioned reason is that the crime is committed by an anonymous character whose identity is hidden behind the internet.
The internet is not like the real world, you see. Because the real world, you intend to refrain yourself from saying anything you want. But on the internet, right, you are basically anonymous. Nobody knows who you are. Okay, you don't know who the other party is, and the other party also don't know who you are. So they can say whatever they want. So anything can spout. They can spout all kinds of nonsense. Okay, and kind of harsh words that they can argue. So because of that, the internet is such a dangerous place, because it can hurt the others' feelings. That's why there are things called cyberbullying and all that. It can, if the person is not the kind to take those harsh words, things like suicides and all that can happen. So that's why it's a very dangerous place.
Especially in society.
They're not that look about their personalities. They don't like to say it out loud in the net.
My belief is that cyberbullying happens because of lack of information on the users of social media and users of maybe blogs. I think the reason why, because mostly teenagers and children who use the internet and social media, they do not know their rights. At the same time, they do not know how to prevent cyberbullying from happening.
Just like the people we have interviewed, most of our general public will agree that the internet is not always a safe and secure place. Let's move on to listen from the public how they can make the internet a better place for everybody.
You will say they know the rules and regulation and how to stop cyberbullying. For example, not to solicit any untoward comments by saying things that is unnecessary in the social network. Then cyberbullying will not happen that rampant.
You must be very careful in ensuring that you do not reveal your personal details to strangers, as well as give away your account numbers, your bank account numbers, as well as your passwords. These are all very sensitive information, and you have to be very smart about revealing all this, especially when it is given to somebody that you barely know.
All in all, if everybody exercises responsibility, respect and kindness when using the internet, it is possible that we can create the safer and healthier online environment for everyone. Let's do our part to start creating a better internet today. Remember, think, sense and act.